welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show.tv. This is episode 347 of August the 16th of the year 2024. Today's a Friday, and today's show is a commentary show, a tribute show to Kenneth Schmidt, a great soul, beautiful blog, Substack he's having. I'm subscribed. I'm going to share the link to his Substack on the video description. I'm also going to share a link to one of the books of Kenneth has written. Excellent stuff. All of these are suggestions. My suggestion is to go and visit it and you subscribe to a Substack, which is free, by the way. And this is a beautiful topic, realizing our highest destiny in this lifetime. I'm going to read along the Substack post, and then I'm going to give you my comments at the end. So I also wanted to take this time to make a little channel announcement here on the Alex Show TV. As you probably know, I've shared many times. Since March, I've split the channel kind of in two ways. The Alex Show TV is the main channel. I name it the international channel. We do have most of the shows in English, and they have subtitles in English, Spanish, French, German, and Italian. And we are getting not a lot, but a few viewers from these countries, from France, from Germany, and Italy. Of course, our main countries that they watch us is the United States, the United Kingdom, UK, Australia a little bit, and Mexico, my own country. I think maybe the algorithm or something. Being that the channel is considered Mexican because my connection, my internet connection, my IP is certainly from Mexico. So I wanted to make an announcement because you probably have noticed we have been having a few Spanish chats here on the Alex Show TV, and I got an email kind of, thank you, Virgil, for reaching out. I got an email from Virgil, a viewer, that I totally understand his point. He said, hey, what's going on with these Spanish videos, these Spanish episodes? Is this going to be the norm, or we're going to have one-on-one and stuff like that? No. I've just been having a lot of interviews and collaborations in Spanish. And I want to publicly thank Angelito, which I have on the show now 2 times. One time I went to his channel, then he came back and paid a visit here. And through Angelito, I've been meeting a lot of small and medium channels here in Mexico. And it has been great. We have been doing collaborations, and there are many coming, many. I recorded around 8 by now. So my point was, I cannot put them in order here because it will be too many Spanish videos in a row, and I understand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to space them out. In the Spanish channel, El Show de Alex.tv, which I include the link. You speak Spanish, if you want to check it out, the link is on every video and on the channel description, by the way. And it's very easy. You speak Spanish, El Show de Alex.tv. On that one, of course, because it's the Spanish channel, we are going to have all the videos one after the other. So it's going to be like almost 10 interviews back to back. But that's the point there. On this channel, I'm going to space them out. And it's going to be at least 5 spaces or 5 videos between Spanish chats, okay? But all of them eventually are going to make it here. Some of the ones I already interviewed are going to be here in December, yes, like that. But it's the spacing. I apologize. It's the spacing out of the videos, okay? So I hope that answers that question, which is a valid question. Why do I include the Spanish videos here on the international channel? Exactly because it's international, and I do believe the chats have a value that we include them here. They're in Spanish, but please, if you either speak Spanish or if you can follow along with the subtitles, which, for example, my good friend Tony from London told me a few months ago that he watched a couple of the Spanish videos and said, with the subtitles, I was able to follow along. It's not very different from watching a series. I watch a lot of series from Turkey on Netflix, and I watch them in Turkish, but I put English subtitles, and I'm able to follow along just fine. I enjoy them. I know there's a possibility to put them in my language with a translation, Spanish or English or whatever, but I enjoy watching it on the original language with subtitles. It also works that way. So, I'm sorry I went off here on this channel update, but, this is an important thing for me. I'm getting most of my interviews in Spanish, and I really want to publish them on both channels. I hope you don't mind. To end this topic, I included an additional warning. After the introduction, you're going to recognize the voice. I used an AI technology, and I used a popular, famous voice. You're going to recognize it. It's quite funny. That says, hey, this show is in Spanish. Please enable your subtitles. Thank you. Enjoy the show. Basically, what I'm trying to do with that is, if at that point you don't feel like it, just stop the video. and I understand it, okay? And my apologies to you, my English listener. I understand it. I actually on the analytics have seen that the views, or it's not the views, because that counts as a view, it's the watch time on the Spanish chats on this channel, on the international channel, the watch time is down compared to the average, okay? And I feel that some of you, when you see that the chat is in Spanish, you press the stop button, and I understand that, please. I don't know, again, I'm gonna listen to you guys. I do this for you listening, okay? I do this for you. Yes, a little bit for me as well, but I do it for you. So I'm all ears. If at the end this is a problem, I may stop in the future from publishing the chats, the Spanish chats here on the channel. But if you like, let me know. Let me know through the comments. Let me know through email, hey@thealexshow.tv. Let me know, because I'm going to balance it out, okay? This is tough. This is tough stuff for me, because some of the chats, they have been truly amazing. Amazing. If I had a channel in Chinese, I will publish in there, because they were they have been truly amazing. Thank you, Angelito, from the Tocho Morocho channel here in Mexico, because he basically opened it up for me, and it was great. So, sorry about that long introduction. We're going to go right into today's topic, Realizing Our Highest Destiny in This Lifetime by Kenneth Schmidt. He published this on July 27, a few weeks ago. You can see a little image from Kenneth. I know Kenneth a little bit. I know him from Era of Light. You might remember, like 200 episodes ago, 300 episodes ago, I had a few shows on Era of Light. I even remember one time with my good friend Tony, a chat based on a blog post from Era of Light. And many people write there on that blog, Era of Light, but Kenneth was the one I truly enjoyed the most. So I reached out to Kenneth at that time to see if he was interested in an interview. At that time, he respectfully said no, and I took it. I mean, I'm very, very honored that he replied, because I need to say it, 80% of the people I reach out for an interview don't reply back. It's basically, I need to interpret the non-response as a no. And it's funny, I know right now, especially young people use that on WhatsApp and that when they don't reply, it's basically a no. I think it doesn't take any of your time just to respectfully reply, thank you, but no. And that's great to do. That's my opinion. So Kenneth did reply, and he was great. And he said, no, I don't do interviews, and I respect it. But then a few weeks ago, Kenneth came back, and I think that's the universe working. And he invited me to his Substack, which I certainly very gladly read. Excellent material. The link to the Substack is going to be in the video description. And so when I get it through email, I received this article. I was so impressed by it that I said, I need to do a show about it. And I'm actually going to do a show in English, and I'm going to do a show in Spanish that is going to go on elshowdealex.tv by using the technology of translation that is very easy, and I'm going to, it's very high quality now with the technology. So it's very fast for me to really translate this to Spanish and read along. So it's gonna go out on both channels, okay, 2 different videos, okay. So without further ado, because between the video, the channel update and this, it's going on a longish episode, and I really want to share with you, right to the point, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, Realizing Our Highest Destiny in This Lifetime by Kenneth Schmidt. The resonant frequency of the Earth has been increasing for years. Historically, it was 7.83 cycles per second. The Schumann resonance is also referred as. Yes, this is called the Schumann resonance. Now we're getting blasts of gamma-ray photons and high-frequency, unknown energy that cause the Earth frequency to interact with a new form of enveloping energy. It now appears as if the Earth is vibrating in at least 4 octaves of resonant frequencies. Why am I mentioning this? Because the resonant frequency of humanity is having to interact with this energy as well. And those of us who are sensitive to higher frequency energy are feeling as our vibrations rise and become more positive. We begin to access the life-enhancing energy that pervades the cosmos. I would like to make a stoppage here because I would like to comment on the previous slide. I cannot go back, unfortunately, but yes, the Schumann resonance, which some call the heartbeat of the Earth, has been 7.83 hertz cycles per second. So if you think of your heartbeat, that's actually quite slower, by the way, because it's usually at 60 beats per minute, okay? Per minute, not per second, of course. So basically, you're having 1 cycle per second, if we call it like that. So the frequency of the Earth is 7.83 times that, okay? So if you think about it. But the Schumann resonance, there's a way to measure it, has been jumping quite just in the last few years. I follow it. There's a channel called Schumann Resonance Bot or something like that on X, Twitter. I'm sorry I don't have that link right now. I'm probably going to include it on the video description as well, okay, because I mentioned it. So you just click it, it's going to take you right there. And you subscribe to that bot, and it will give you graphs on the Schumann resonance. And it has been amazing as of the last years, because we get what is called whiteouts, when the frequency goes so high that it's almost not measurable. But I'm talking levels of 40 hertz, 40 cycles per second. That's more than 4 times the normal 60 hertz, I think is the most I've seen. And certainly 30 and 25 hertz and stuff like that. So two schools of thoughts here. I'm going to mention them. Some say the Earth is having tachycardia. That's when your heartbeat, for example, in humans goes beyond 100, 140, something like that. So it's that the Earth is stressed out. The other one, kind of the one I align, is the one that Kennen is mentioning, is this energy. Is this energy, and it's enhancing. And it's symbiotically working with humans. And we and animals and nature and earth and seas and waterfalls and trees and everything is actually kind of, is like light on mirrors, and we're all reflecting, and it's becoming, exponentially higher. I think that's the reason it goes like that, okay? So I've been saying for a long time now, basically the 2.5 years the show has been going on. There's energy coming from the universe. Let's call it help, because it's love as energy, okay? And it's because Earth has to go through this process. This has been long delayed. And the free will of humanity has been widely respected, but this has to go on, okay? This has to go on. There's love coming. There's 2 choices. You can reject it, you can accept it. Both are correct. Both are fine. Please don't think that the rejecting is bad. But that's the reason that humanity is highly polarized right now. And that's the reason you see people that are highly negative, are highly upset, are highly into division, are highly into hate. And that's why you see a lot of people that are highly into connecting, that are highly into unity, that are highly into love, that are highly into understanding that we're all part of the same thing. Okay, that's the reason. The ones that are accepting it are acting like that. The last I mentioned, the ones that are love, unity, and that. The ones that are rejecting it, they want to be more separated than ever, because there's something going on in them that says, no, I'm not this, and that's fine, because you're not this at this time. You're probably going to be that in the future, okay? So let's keep going on. I'm in the second line. Our astronomers have called this dark matter and dark energy, because we haven't been able to determine what it is. I want to mention something here. I've said it many times. They say that 94% of the universe is dark matter, dark energy. We don't understand it, scientists. It's not that it's that. It's just that we don't understand it, okay? Please don't talk in absolutes. That's why people are getting upset or are getting rejecting science, because you guys have not been out there in the universe, have not been out of the solar system, but you claim that everything is dark matter and dark energy just because we don't see it, okay? Maybe we don't understand it, and maybe there's something there that is not for us to understand at this time, but, we're talking absolutes, so I wanted to mention that. It's everywhere, but to know its essence, we must align with its vibrations because of the effects it has on the physical world. We've known of its existence, but that's all. Now we're beginning to know its essence, just as we're able to know our own essence beyond the physical, yes. Basically what I talk about all the time. Your spirit, your connection to the everything, your connection to the creation. It comes to us for inner realization, beyond mind, emotion, and matter. It's in our own intuition, and it expresses itself in the heart of our being through our life force. We can access it by aligning with its vibrations, which are high-frequency, highly refined kind of gratitude, love, and joy. This is the energy that is coming, okay? High-frequency, highly refined gratitude, love, and joy. This is what is coming. You can either choose to say, hey, I don't want to consume it at this time, rejecting, or you can say, hey, I want to open my heart for it. And I'm not the one to say, but that's just beautiful. That's just wonderful. That's why I say we're in a wonderful time in humanity. And people say, no, wars, and people hate each other, the most time in history. And yes and no, yes and no. There's a lot of polarization, but that doesn't mean we're in a beautiful moment in humanity, because this high-frequency, highly refined gratitude, love, and joy is coming. Okay? When we realize what this state of being is, our lives transform as long as we can hold this alignment. Yes, it's not easy, by the way. I mentioned it many times. I wake up and I'm in a perfect place. And then my day, financial struggles, I'm 50, so I'm started to having, my body is 50, okay? And whoever is 50, it's not easy, okay, to go through your day physically and stuff like that. You need, And then dealing with everything that is going on and having dependence. So it's not easy, okay, to hold this alignment. But we must try. We can try. It's choosing, okay? And I choose to try at least. At the end, I have good days and bad days, as everyone. And on bad days, at the end, I say, what did I do wrong this day? Nothing. You must keep trying. Don't dwell into it, okay? So we go to the next slide. We're beginning to awaken to the truth about the holographic matrix that we inhabit and how the quality of energy that we entertain in our awareness influences our experiential environment. Despite all the negativity in human consciousness, we're beginning to know that we all share the same conscious essence, along with all living beings, including the spirit of the planet. This, I need to mention something. This is extremely amazing stuff. I'm going to read it again. We're beginning to know that we all share the same conscious essence, along with all living beings, including the spirit of our planet. Yes. We are all part of the same consciousness. We're all part of something called the unity consciousness, including all living beings. And actually, on here, I'm going to expand it, Kenneth. I hope you don't mind. Everything. A rock. A drop of water on the sea. A waterfall. Something that maybe doesn't explicitly is alive. It's alive. It's part of the everything. It's just in a different type of life, okay, that we maybe don't understand. But everything is part of the consciousness, okay, of the unity consciousness of the Creator. We were created. We come from creation, and we're going to go back to creation when we are done with these experiences, okay? And that's a beautiful moment, but we mustn't fast forward to it, okay? It's going to come when it's going to come, and you need to be at peace of it. But through this moment, just feel yourself with joy and with love that you are part of the conscious essence. You are all part of the unity consciousness. So I'm about the middle of the screen. As we manage to feel more love and joy, we inhabit a higher octave of frequency in quantum reality. It's kind of parallel reality that we can cross into our consciousness, but not yet in our bodies. That happens after the planetary shift. I'm going to mention this because I know a lot of you guys don't like when I mention New Age. I said that New Age is not necessarily bad or good. They just take the good and don't take the bad. Okay, I know New Age has unfortunately been so manipulated that some of you have totally rejected it. But there's a shift coming, okay? There's a moment the Earth is going to have sufficient anchor vibration, which I think is morality, okay? Moral vibration that is going to open up this new reality, is going to shift, okay? There's different school of thoughts that because some are not going to be aligned with this new vibrational level of morality, they're going to stay and they're going to shift whenever they want, whenever they reach that. It's going to be their choice through their own free will. It's not going to be something that you think of it, something that you feel in your heart. It's not going to come through your mind, okay? Say, what's my best option here? Should I stay in this world that has been left behind, or should I jump with the other guys that are already there in the planetary shift? Okay, I think I better go to that. No, it's not going to work that way, because then you're going to stay there. It's going to come through your heart when you realize that's what you really want, and that you're really ready, and that you're really ready to leave behind what all this reality that is dissolving in our own, in front of our own eyes is dissolving, is going to change and shift, okay? So I'm going to read that again. That happens after the planetary shift when the Earth drops the holographic matrix, and humanity will no longer support negative energy with our life force. That's basically it. The moment you're ready to no longer support negative energy with our life force, what I mean, no longer support. It's not going to be selective. Hey, I hate terrorists. No, man. You cannot hate anyone, okay? And it's not through the mind, it's through the heart. You are going to be unable to separate. You're going to be unable to hate. You're going to understand we're all brothers and sisters. And yes, there have been some of us that we have made a lot of mistakes. Yes. But you're going to understand that we're all into this together. And so no negative energy can come from your life force. And that's the moment you're going to join whatever higher reality is available. We'll have withdrawn our attention from it, no longer feeling it with fear and despair. We will all know that our feelings in this higher spectrum of resonance are wonderful, and will have more of our infinite creative ability, realizing ourselves as fractals of the Divine One. We're all part of the creation. We're fractalizations of the Creator. in love, true love, he decided to fractalize himself. And I call him a himself, not because he's a human male being, by the way. It's out of respect, because I call him my father. He's our father, in my view. So, but it's an energy we don't understand, but it's pure, sheer love. That out of that pure, sheer love has decided to fractalize yourself. And one of those fractals is you, okay? So the moment you realize you're a fractal of the Divine One, hey, you're in a great place. Everything is changing for the better. Let's go to the final slide. No one has to go along with this. It's very important stuff. Those who are not sensitive to the higher vibrations or do not accept them can continue to live in the world they know until they're ready to open their hearts to forgiveness, love, joy, and compassion. Then their resonance will rise and their consciousness will expand. By transforming ourselves beyond our limiting beliefs, remember, on the last 2 minutes of the show, all your limits are self-imposed? Yes. Someone I remember a long time ago, out there on the other platform, BitChute, sent me an email. Hey, it started. You're an idiot. How all my limits are self-imposed? If I jump from a building, I'm going to die. Yes, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that, my friend, of course. And if I jump in front of the car, it's going to kill me. Yes, but that's not a limit. That's just the way this reality works, the way this physical reality works. I'm talking of your spiritual limits, of your consciousness limits, of your compassion limits, of your resonance and moral level of vibration limits. Those are limited by you only. If you understand there are no limits there, then you take the filter out. You break the mold. You understand that you're really this wonderful fractalized version of the creation. I'm not talking about, again, if I inject poison, I'm so powerful that I'm not going to die. Of course you're going to die. Of course. But that's this reality. And that's not what I'm talking about when I say the expression, all your limits are self-imposed. Okay? So, I'm going to read that again. By transforming ourselves beyond our limiting beliefs about ourselves, our destiny is to ascend into a new realm. With the powerful transformative energies coming our way from the center of our universe, our destiny is being realized by humanity as soon as enough of us recognize who we really are. Remember the last 2 minutes of the show? Discover who you are. That's in your heart. You have a universe in you. You have a wealth. You have all the universal wisdom that there has ever been. It's inside you. Just say, I want to know, please, universe. I want to know, who am I? Where do I come from? Where am I going? It's going to come to you. Not immediately. This is not the pill, okay? This is not you go to a doctor, you take a pill, and in 15 minutes you feel the effects. No. It's something that's going to come to you slow. It's going to come to you. You're going to be driving and you're going to see something in the street, a number or something. And you're going to be sitting out there somewhere and someone is going to be having a conversation and they're talking to you. You just don't know it. The universe is talking to you that way. Well, we want everything to be so easy, so digested, like in this reality, okay? Like eating a pizza. No, it's not going to come that way. Well, you need to discover who you really are, and that's beautiful, and that's so liberating. I wish it to everyone, to all the world. I don't care what you have done, really. It's not for me to judge you. But to discover who you really are is wonderful. The experience of this beautiful realm is ours to realize and live in now. Yes. What a beautiful blog post or Substack post by Kenneth. And Kenneth is already invited to the show now that he reached out. He accepted, but he has a personal situation going on. So I hope it resolves soon. Not because of the interview, for Kenneth, for his family. So I hope Kenneth, that situation resolves and he comes on the show. That will be an amazing, amazing interview. And I will be so honored and humbled. I don't know how I will react. But believe me, that will make my day, my week, my month. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm sorry I went a little bit long. I was so inspired, and it was very important for me to do the channel update because, again, when some of you reach out to me, that for me is very important. Okay, that for me is extremely important, and I want to deal with this Spanish chats thing, and I think the best way is forever, if you are not into watching a Spanish show with subtitles, don't watch it. Don't watch it. I'm going to do a better effort to put out there. I don't want to put it in the title, but probably it's going to be out there in the video description all the way to the top. This is a Spanish show. So you don't even bother to click the play button, okay? So thank you very much. If everything's okay, so see you back on Monday. Have a great weekend. Take care. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover your true self.
You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and to serve others. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover your true self? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to the universe. Simply ask, who am I? Where do I come from? What is my purpose? You will start getting signs, breakthroughs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about this reality start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering your true self equals to real freedom. Your self-imposed limits will fall and you will be ready to understand this reality, but you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will set up a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice through violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only your egoic mind and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.